Hey, peace and blessings, everyone. I'm excited and looking forward to letting everybody jump in and join us. We are here with the Kemetic Ahan Sama Association. We will begin momentarily. We're having folks get in the room. All right. We got the two of us. There we go. And everything should be lovely. Good morning. Good morning. Glad to see you.
Oh, I made it. Good morning.
There we go. It's just us. Yeah.
Okay.
For starters. So again, we're going to get into the real basics today. The first thing I want to get to with, say it again.
I'm sorry, I just moved my phone.
All right. Well, keep it on right now. It's just the two of us. So let me know how has been these last couple of days for you with the practice of what we did on Tuesday.
I really enjoyed it. I really like the alternate breathing that we've been doing. I just felt my energy picking up, feeling more grounded when I'm doing that. I've never done alternate breathing using my hands this way. I've only done it just like this.
Uh-huh.
So I feel a big difference, just like in my energy field. I feel like it's like more protected. It's like just more well-rounded.
Awesome. Greetings to everybody that just joined us. We're going to be getting started. I was just talking with our sister, making sure that everything that we were working on had an opportunity for her practice. So for those of you that are on, you should be able to unmute yourselves really briefly. What we're going to do is just have you share, each of you, how the practice of doing the things that we worked on Tuesday, how that worked for you. So if you could, whoever's next, they could go ahead and share. That'd be fine.
Greetings, everyone. This is Lanya London from Serenity Village Life, and I'm experiencing symptoms of nasal drip and scratchy throat, sneezing. I've been COVID exposed. My father went to the hospital, so I'm monitoring my symptoms. Tuesday's session really helped my nasal passages when we did the fire breaths and the breathing exercises, and I was able to breathe more clearly throughout the day. So I thank you so much for that.
Oh, that's really good to hear, because that's exactly why we're sharing these specific exercises.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. We want to be able to, and that's, prayers for your father. We're going to, I'll talk with you. I mean, you're already doing Reiki, so I already know your father's in good hands, but we'll be lifting him up as well. So anybody else want to jump in real quick?
Hi, I'm Jim. I wasn't able to make it on Tuesday, but I've been meditating every day, and I've been doing breathing exercises every day, and it's really been helpful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else before we get started and get moving?
Oh, I'm sorry. One other thing. I have my apologies ahead of time, but I have to go at 12 or at 9 o'clock.
No worries. Again, this is just our way of trying to make sure that we get to everybody. So we want to make sure that we can get these tools out to folks so that they can actually practice them in a way that is beneficial, given what we're dealing with. All right. So again, for those that are brand new or have never seen me before, my name is Inpu Kamut. I am a Hemnachid, Shemsu Amun-Ra, or a servant of the spirits, also known as a priest or a student, servant, follower of Amun-Ra. I am the founder of the Kemetic Aha and Sama Association, where we teach Kemetic Aha, which is a form of self-defense. We also teach Yang's Tai Chi Chuan. We teach Qigong. We teach meditation, other healing methods, including what we call Rekhati Kemetic or Kemetic Mind Science. So today what we're going to do, now that we had some feedback, is I'm going to very quickly review what we did on Tuesday, and then I'm going to add some things that we did, because I want you to be able to really have access to the breathing and the power. So today, what we're going to focus on after I do the review is we're going to get into what the Asar Stance is. So the first thing we did was we talked about breathing. So I'm going to stand up for a second to the side here. So this is prime. So you get your hand here and you want it at the lower stomach, and you push and you pull. You push the stomach out as you breathe in. You pull the stomach in as you breathe out. And you want to push and pull to that area. We call this bellows breathing, if you remember. And so with the bellows breathing, what the expectation is that you see the breath go down past the lungs into the belly itself. So that's the part, that's a visualization that you're doing every time with every breath. So hopefully everyone is clear on that, and doing that, that begins to gently warm the body and elevate the body temperature, gently. By doing that, it creates a natural defense for, we'll say, some of our microscopic partners who don't belong. This is a way to help us get them to go. After that breathing that we do every time, we do what we call the body check-in. And with the body check-in, and I hope everyone had a chance to do it this morning, because again, what we talked about was we're not doing it on camera again, but I'm going to briefly summarize. So you start with the feet. I'm going to use my hand as an example, and you just turn the toes and you draw a circle with the toes in both directions. And so once that's done, you then wiggle all the toes, and then you wiggle one toe at a time, starting with the big toe, and you move one at a time. Once that's done, you start with your left foot, then you go to your right foot. Then you go to the shoulder, and you rotate the shoulder around. And for most things, we're going to start left side first. And then you change the direction, and you do the right, and you come forward. And you do the hands, wiggle the fingers, one at a time, switch hands. And I want you to do it slowly. So if you're still kind of moving with me a little bit, do it slowly. So it's like this. And then one hand at a time, one finger at a time. Once you've done the hands, then you do the neck. Usually we breathe in to the left and out to the right. And so you do this multiple times with the breath, again, pushing and pulling from that pinky point below the navel. And when you get to the left one time, you're going to go up and down a few times with your breath, coordinated with the breath. And then you're going to turn to the right and do the same thing. Okay? You're going to come to the front, do the same thing. All right? And then that's the body, that's the overall body check-in. Rotate the head around. Then we go the other direction. Then we stop. And now we're going to get to the next section, okay, where we did the chi face massage. So you do it twice each time. You're going to rub the hands together in a circle. And as you rub the hands in a circle, you want to see your hands get hot. So you want to do that breathing and see the hands get hot. Then you're going to start, you put the hands here, and then you, when the hands cool, you want the bone of the palm right on the cheekbone. The hands rest, not depressing the nostrils, right here. Once that's done, you do it again, then you warm. You put this warm bone here right on top of the eye. The hands rest and cover the top of the nasal passage is going on to the top of the head towards the crown. Hands rest on the top as you see here. Once we got those, we go to the temple. We come here. Do it 2 times. Visualize the hands hot. We come here. You do that 2 times. You do it here. You do it at the neck. Okay. And then we talked about going around the eye socket slowly, using the index finger. Okay. Coming around. Then once that's done, that's what we refer to as the Qi facial massage. And that's something that once you get your breathing going, it enables you to be able to now take the time to get it done in terms of whole face is now done. So just with doing some of that, and again, before you put your hands to your face, because of what we're dealing with, you want to make sure that your hands are washed. And, you know, I like to use shea butter to moisturize my hands. So it may not sound like it, but I do have shea butter. And so you want to get the purest shea butter you can find, you know, because, well, we'll come back to shea butter later. But you want to have the best shea butter you can find. Usually it should be food grade. Again, whatever you put on your body, you should be able to eat. Just a reminder for folks. So now, what we're looking at is we're going to go into the next series of movements that you can do that will help you. So the other thing we did, which Sister London was talking about, I'm not going to mess your name up on camera. Sister London was talking about is the alternate breathing exercises. And what you're doing is you're alternating the nostrils. And so it's, you come out here and you're working, you're alternating your nostrils. And so that once the nostrils alternate breathing is done, and you do, there's a fire breath in there, that should open up the nasal passages after you've done the Qi face massage to warm and allow the face to actually relax and expand. So the face, the head should all feel light. You should feel warm. And after doing the other piece, you should feel grounded. So now you do the breathing, and that breathing expands. And then we did quickly the pyramid hands, and we did stood. Now stand real quick. So we're here, feet are shoulders width. We brought the hands here, and we did what we call Asar Stance. And we're going to expand on that today. So what I want you to do is I want you to stand with your heels together, making a 90-degree angle. I want your knees unlocked. And I want you to tuck your butt like we did before. So the butt stays tucked in this, okay? And you're going to bring your hands around the pyramid hands. So you're going to shift all the way to your right leg. Okay, let me do it with you. Shift all the way to your right leg. You're going to be on your left toes. You're going to step to your left a little wider than shoulders width with your heels on the same line. And you're going to tuck your bottom under. Hands are still here. You're going to extend your hands like you're giving someone a hug. So this is the straight on view of the hands. Going to turn to the side so you can see how the body's supposed to look. So the body's here, tuck your butt under, and the body is here. The hands like this, so you don't see the thumb, you see the wrist. This is how the arm looks. Shoulders nice and relaxed, hand relaxed. This is the hand. The hand is nice and relaxed. Fingers relaxed. Need you to see all that, okay? So now, as we're coming through, the hands are here. We're doing the breathing, pushing and pulling. Hopefully everybody's doing that now. We got that. Hold that position. You want to sit down on the legs. So it's almost like doing a squat. You want to keep your bottom tucked. You want to breathe with the bellows breathing, which means as you breathe in, you push the stomach out. As you breathe out, you pull the stomach in. Now we're going to get to the meditation part of what this is. This is a standing meditation. So your feet should still be at 45-degree angles. And we'll get into that more detail the next time, but this is one of our signature positions in terms of what we do and how we do it. So hold on, just listen. You're going to get your hands in the position like they are here, relaxed. You're going to close your eyes. You're going to make sure that your jaws are lightly clenched and your tongue is in the upper soft palate, like you're saying the letter L. Breathing is only through the nostrils. I'm going to give you the visualization. You want to see your breath come down again past the lungs and filling the belly. You want to see your legs as the roots of a tree extending down into the earth. You want to see your torso as the tree trunk. And you want to see your arms as the branches of the tree. And your hands are the leaves. So they are soft and light and relaxed. The wrist is open, so it's not bent, it's not turned down dead. It's vital. And so now, you want to make sure that the eyes are closed, the head is level, and there's a golden thread that you see coming straight up into the heavens, holding the head in place because it's balanced right on top of the spine. So again, we'll go through your pushing and pulling from the pinky spot. With each breath, you're seeing the lungs go down past the lungs into the belly. You see your body as a tree. You should see your body as a tree. Roots extending down into the earth or the legs. The torso is the tree trunk. The arms are the branches. And the hands are the leaves. The head is suspended on top of the spine. The golden thread. Keep breathing. We're going to work towards 20 breaths. So let's go ahead and I'll just get us started with a little. So while we're now still standing, still breathing, let's try 4 more breaths right there. If you experience a little shaking in your legs, that's all right. If you feel your body getting hot, that's all right. Check in with your body. See that your legs are relaxed. The feet are relaxed. The butt is tucked. Pushing and pulling from the lower stomach. Shoulders relaxed. Head level. See the body as the tree. Excellent, excellent. Now I want you to come on back. Bring the hands in here to pyramid hands. Open the eyes. Want to go ahead and get 2 more breaths right there at pyramid hands. And then what I'd like you to do is to shift the weight to the left leg and slide that right foot in. And now you should be right back at what we call Wu Chi, which is a position where the heels are together, forming a 90-degree angle. Knees are unlocked and the butt is tucked. You're going to shake it out again. Opposite hand, opposite leg. We'll shake it out. Excellent, excellent. How we doing? Hopefully everybody is good. So what we're going to do now is kind of bring it back. I see folks are present. So that is what we refer to as the Asar Stance in our system. So that is one of the primary stances that allows your body to do exactly what you see in this graphic behind me, to take the energy from the lower portion of the body, to begin to raise that energy, to raise the energy of the body, and then to put it to use however you can. So now we're going to do one other thing. So what you're going to do is stand with your feet shoulders width apart. And you're going to breathe in and let the hands come up, palms facing you. And you're going to exhale and let the hands fall on their own with gravity. Okay, one more time, breathing in and out, let them fall. Okay. All right, breathing in, palms facing away from you. And we're going to let them fall. Exhale. Okay. In. And we're going to let them fall. All right, and we shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. Okay. So this is what we refer to as the Asar Stance. We went a little brief today. The goal of Asar Stance is to build up to 20 minutes at a time. What we'd like for you to do is between now and our session on Tuesday, next Tuesday, is to write down, as you begin to do this every day, keep a journal for yourself, particularly for your Asar Stance. And so write down what's happening in your mind, write down what's going on when you're in the meditation. When it's time for you to start it, write down what you're thinking, what's happening. The goal is to see if we can get to somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes by Tuesday. And so the real goal for us is to be able to do this standing meditation to get everybody to, by the end of our time in May, that we can be somewhere around 10 to 12 minutes of standing meditation with the Asar Stance for everyone. Okay. Now, this deep breathing is very helpful. What this does, folks should experience some all over body warmth with this. Your body should be almost hot. For some, you may have experienced some sweating, and that's actually normal. That's okay. Some of you may have felt like some tingling in the fingers, and that may be okay, but you want to keep the fingers right about heart level, like we were doing before. So if you have specific questions, what we can do is to take those questions. So right now we're at about our half-hour time. What I would like to do is for the few of us that are on, for us to take a moment, and what we're going to do is if anyone has questions about what we've covered today, let me focus in a little bit here. There we go. If we can get you to ask a question so we can try to refine what you're doing so you have 3-4 days of direct practice during the week. So what that'll then enable you to do is to feel your body and feel how your body is responding to this new movement. So I want you to remember that what we're doing is like learning another language with your body. And so don't feel like you have to get it all right today. We just want to improve a little bit every time. And if you actually begin to put these movements into practice every day, it'll get easier and it will afford us the opportunity to build. This particular session will be online at our YouTube channel. So you can go there. I think it's, for those of you that joined as a result of Instagram, I will put a link to the YouTube page there to help guide you through the weekend so that folks can have access to this video for practice and how to move the body, get the body in place. So hopefully that works for everyone. And then when we come back right before Tuesday, I'll then put the link up so that folks can, if you're on Instagram, you can go straight to this chat from the Instagram. If you got on through one of the other means or you're already an association member, want to say, you know how to access me in the event you have questions or concerns. So please do so, and we'll see how we can do that. The goal of this is to get some of these traditional tools to folks. If you find this of value, we have our, we have our PayPal that's available. You could support this work. Again, it's done completely through the benefit of the community. It is not required for these sessions that go through May. This is something that is a gift to the community through the Black Visions of Wellness partnership that we have with the UMA Clinic as a part of CASA. So we are grateful for that partnership and for this way to continue. So with that, what I'd like to do is to now open it up for questions. So are there any questions on what we covered today? You can unmute yourselves. Again, I'm not going to be all draconian with it. We just got to learn how to live in community and listen with one another. So go ahead.
Greetings, it's Lanye again. So learning styles, different people have different learning styles. So do we have pictorial depictions of all of these positions and like breakdowns of what you're supposed to be doing in those positions, or any like do you have material that
They're actually on there? There is video of how to get into the Asar Stance that I'm going to put on the YouTube page again, step by step. But the meditation isn't there.
No. Yeah.
In terms of what you're supposed to do, because this is the first time that I'm actually sharing aspects of the beginner's meditation on that particular movement. It's not something that our system typically just gives to everybody. Right. However, given the nature of what we're dealing with, I want to be able to afford people the opportunity to take this tool and use it to help heal their bodies. If these are one of the things you can do to stave off these type of illnesses, if you're exposed, as you're talking about, we're going to really experiment and see what happens.
Okay. Thank you.
So that so that's there. And then I think you're in the Facebook group as well. I'm trying to get folks. So in the Facebook group, there are tools that talk about that.
Okay. I'll look more deeply. Thank you.
Look for Asar Stance, and there should be a couple of videos that come up that will show it.
Okay.
And if not, I'll try and find that video and put it on the YouTube as well. Okay. Any other questions?
Hi, this is Denzel. Hello.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, brother. I don't think you see me. I don't know. It's figuring out this Zoom thing on my phone right now, but just wanted to chip in and say, yes, if I remember correctly, it is up on the YouTube group page. I mean, on the group page, and I think it is on YouTube as well. You had put it there. I don't know if you publicly shared it, but being a member of the group, I remember it being around.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, Lanye, I'm still working. Hopefully I said it right. We're getting it. Oh, awesome. Lanye. Okay, so it should be in the group for sure. And there was an old YouTube channel that we had. There you are, Denzel. I see you now. There was an old YouTube channel we had. And so it may have been there, and I'm working to bring that over to the new YouTube channel. Because that was the old one was an experiment. And so wanted to, the proof of concept. So we'll bring some of that content over as well. All right, any other questions from folks? No questions from anyone? Okay. You can unmute yourselves. Come on, again, this practice is designed to be both revolutionary and liberatory trauma informed, so that we want to return you to your body. Part of that is you affirming what you need and finding ways to get it. This is the simple part. I don't want you to go away from today with questions about how to get into the Asar stance, how to do the Qi self-massage for the face, how to do the breathing exercise, right? We want to be able to take this through the weekend so that we have the real opportunity to get these 4 days. Yeah, I'm just sending bells off everywhere. Get this opportunity while we're here together to get it down. I want to leave with questions and say, oh, I'm going to go check the video. I'm here right now. This will be the best way to get it done because, again, this practice is best done in person, mouth to ear, without it being mediated through any other system. Okay?
I have a question.
Yes.
I don't know if you hear me. Okay, about the Qi massage. Should that be done like after waking up the body first, or should this be done after we start doing the breathing?
So what I would do, it depends on what your pattern is for the day. See, I usually do the body check-in first because I get my drink of water before my feet hit the floor out of the bed, and I turn over and my feet hit the ground. I'm still sitting on the side of the bed. I do the body check-in. It's only about 5 minutes. And that way, along with the water, I can start getting, if I have any catarrh that's coming, I can get that stuff out, the initial part. Then I make a quick visit to the restroom to relieve my bladder. And from there, I start with, in that way it affords me to wash my hands, right? And then I get to the self-massage, the face massage. That way I can then go right into a seated or a standing meditation, knowing that after the Qi self-massage and the breathing exercises, my nasal passages, my mucous membranes are all clear.
Okay.
And depending on what you use, you may also want it, because I also use aspects of aromatherapy with that. And I didn't want to get too deep, but since you're asking the question and we're talking about this for healing, I try to keep frankincense resin and copal, and I also use lavender flowers, dried lavender flowers. And so I put those on the charcoal and just kind of walk around the space where I'm going to be doing this work. So that way it cleanses the space, it shifts the vibration. And then when I'm doing the meditation, I have the ability to use that lavender, that frankincense, and that copal for its ancestral purposes. Okay. And we'll actually, if folks are interested, we can devote an entire session to how to utilize the ancestral relationships and the plant medicines for the meditations. All right. Thank you for your question. All right. Any more?
So, hello?
Go ahead.
So this is Denzel again. I don't know if you see me.
I see you. I can hear you. Come on. We got to be.
Okay. So my question is now, because you said it doesn't. It depends on your own preference as to which way you start or what order. Would it be any benefit to starting with the Asar stance before doing the Qi the face massages and so forth?
You can, because here's the thing, when doing the Asar stance will open the nasal passages. So if your nasal passages are a little clogged, you can go right into Asar stance. But the point is, you got to have the discipline to be able to breathe through a partially open nostrils with your mouth closed and sit for that 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes until your body says, oh, we're in Asar stance, open the nostrils. So I typically try to have folks do it the other way first for novices and for, brand new beginners, Denzel, for that reason. But for, once you've been practicing a minute, you can just tell your body, relax these nostrils, let's make it happen. So it's a little different that way. Any other questions? Okay, so since there aren't any questions, what I will do is say that we will be back here Tuesday morning. And the first part, I'll be asking you some questions about how the Asar Stance went. Remember, you want to write down your feelings, what's going on with your body while you're in the Asar Stance. So don't think about it when you're doing it. Do it and be present and in that moment. But pay attention to what's going on with your body so that once you're done, your body will tell you, yeah, remember we said we was going to 3 minutes? I was good at 1.5 minutes, and I was trying to tell you to stop. We could have just stopped. I was good. Now, I don't know what Pooh talking about this whole 3 to 5 minutes. We can stop at 1.5 minutes. I felt good. You felt good. The nostrils was opening. We was feeling hot. So again, pay attention because your brain, that's your battle. That's going to be your first battle is with your brain. And so that's what we're going to be working on. That first 3 to 5 minutes, don't worry about if your body's in the correct position. Listen to your body and it will tell you. Once you begin listening to your body, you'll begin to cultivate. And that's what we're doing is we're cultivating a brand new relationship with our body. Because we're going to get to a place where we listen. And that's what we want. We want to listen to our body with non-discrimination and no bias. And that's where this work is coming down to. We want to be able to see clearly. And that's what we're going to do. So let me see. Usually we end with, somebody say something? Okay. We have, when you're in a physical class, we have what we call a wisdom from the sages of the ages, where what we do is we have a session that talks about, we pull from the wisdom traditions of every part of the world. And since most of us live in a place where the Western Asians, also mistakenly referred to as European, have brought Christianity, we are very well versed in the Christian stories, myths. And so we bring the wisdom from the sages of the ages from everywhere else in the world. And so we go through and we share some of the stories from them. So right now, I'm going to share one from, I'm not going to share that one. Okay. So, let me find a different book. That was our advanced Tai Chi and meditation book. Yes?
Come on. Why not share it?
No, because that requires a lot of explanation. Okay.
Okay.
That's why. So what we're going to do is we're going to start right here, which is the movement is called Sunrises Over the Mountain and Sunsets, which we went over last session. It's the beginning form. It actually has, if you're into the Yi Ching, it has a Yi Ching symbol referred to as Chin in the hexagrams, Chin. And here is what it talks about. Here's the explanation. It says, the sun rises over the earth, the image of progress. Thus, the superior person themselves brightens their bright virtue. And so with that, the appropriateness of Tai Chi is given another dimension. Not only is it for health and self-defense, it is equally for the development of virtue. And they mean virtue in the way that Africans talk about good character. And so what you see is that they work to preserve many of the systems that we took there. And so what I will say now, since there are no other questions, we got our wisdom from the sages of the ages. What we'll do now is, if you can get to wherever you are, we're going to bow, showing what we call Shiasha, our mutual respect. So we say to all, you can do it from seated as well, to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. And here we go, teacher to student, student to teacher. Amunre Sutin Necher, Atanre Nebanaka Ashe, as we touch the earth. Thank you very much. Hetepu, Ankh Uja Sanel, which means peace to you, life, health, and strength. And we'll see you around. You know how to reach me. Holla when you get a chance. Well, you could just talk to. Hetepu.